Yo, homies, we back with another video. Listen, I hope that you guys have been having a mad dope day. I just want to let you guys know, pay attention to the advice that you guys give people because most of the time it's the advice that we can use ourselves. Okay, so we're going to be talking about a couple different things today, right, in this video. Now, one thing I want to say is that one thing you guys know about me is that I'm always in my comment section. I'm always jumping through like, yo, fam, how you doing? What's up, homie? Like, that's just my thing. I love talking to you guys. So somebody asked me a question that really stuck with me for a few days. And what he asked me was, he said, my honest question is this, Rio. When does the power you obtain become good enough? How long before that power becomes basically irrelevant? And how much power you have what is the answer to that, right? Basically, it kind of seemed like a riddle me this, riddle me that type of thing. And he's just basically asking, the way how I took it was, how much power do we need in Warframe? And basically, if DE keeps buffing the Warframes and keep giving us more power, when will it be irrelevant? When will that power be enough? And it's a really good question, and I really wanted to ask you guys as well, like, do you feel like you've reached a point in Warframe to where we're completely strong enough and we don't need any more power? I mean, everybody always want more power, but with the current content hold, with the placeholder of the level of the enemies, we don't really need anything else. We're actually too OP. And the thing for me is, I never felt like I needed more power. I just like finding creative builds and unique ways to go about things because it's never just one way. So the thing for me is, it's not the power that I feel like I need. It's this challenge that I'm actually looking for, which is with the enemies. Right now, I feel like Warframe is just one of the few games out there that you actually overpower the enemies as much as you do, and the enemies basically don't stand a chance. So that's been a question that's been just riddle me this, riddle me that, Rio, bothering me for the past couple of days. It was a good question. I did like it. I like questions like that. It was cool. So when I look at it, I'm like, yo, I really am missing out on like really pushing my Warframe's capabilities. People are saying that they need the operators to be a lot stronger. I don't really think we deserve anything to be stronger as of right now. As of right now, okay? As of right now. Because the enemies just don't have a chance. It's like we're steady just flexing on the enemies and they're getting weaker with the Benjamin Button syndrome. They're just getting lower and lower. And I'm looking at it like, dang, son, that's messed up. But you guys let me know how you feel in the comment section. Do you guys feel that way? Because maybe I'm just out here on a limb to where I just feel completely different. Like for me, coming up, the reason why I wasn't too excited about Fortuna, and here's the thing with me on this channel, one thing I should let you guys know, my comment section knows this. You gotta have some thick skin. I'm gonna say some brutally honest stuff here, and I just don't want, if you're new, to be emotional. You know, I love you at the end of the day. But here's the thing, I like to think outside the box. It's just the enemy levels that I've been shown. There's really hasn't been any much difficulty coming towards these, you know, updates and things like that. And that's just been the thing for me. Fun is one thing, and, you know, doing something for a repetitive time is cool. But when you don't have a challenge, and I'm just one of those type of people, if you're not the type of person to want a challenge, then that's you. I feel it. I can't hold it to you, but I want a challenge to really make me feel like I'm utilizing everything that I've gotten over the time in Warframe, because I don't feel like everything that I've gotten, all the mods that I've maxed out, all the long runs that I've done, everything has really been put together to really like utilize the freaking power of my Warframe and my weapons. I feel like having a 6-formed weapon, 7-formed weapon is just so OD with nowhere to use it. I feel like I'm blowing up the moon every time I shoot a shot and it ain't nobody there. You know, so I'm like, what is my purpose to why I'm actually max forming these things, and there's no challenge to make me feel that self-worth, if you guys know what I'm talking about. You feel me? All right, so I just wanted to ask you guys this, because ever since the update, this little part right here has been bugging me. It's been really challenging me because the way how I play is very high pace most of the time on how I move, drop my resources and keep moving. But this little new gear wheel, to where you have to highlight the item and then press it, has really slowed down my momentum. And it's made me feel strange on how I play. I don't know why. It's really slowed me down, especially like when I get a slash proc and I'm flipping through the air and then I want to hurry up and drop a held plate. It doesn't do it anymore. I got to highlight it. My Warframe stops and then I click it again. It's very, very tedious. I don't know how you guys feel. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. You could just be like, ah, Real, you crazy. You crazy, Real. You know, you could just tell me. Let me know. All right. So what a lot of people's been asking me is they're like, yo, Rio, don't you think it's time that we get an augment slot? Like, it's getting out of hand. So what I did was I thought about the question, started sipping my hot cocoa in a wine glass with my muscle shirt with 2 buttons. And I got on the game and I started looking at the modding system. And I thought about the new mods that we got, right? So I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself like, yeah. And I started doing the numbers and the calculations. And I'm like, seems like it's time that we get an augment slot. Because, yeah, the cost, especially with the new Umbra mods, Prime mods, the new arbitration mods, with everything that we've got, it's a lot to go there to where it seems a little bit tedious to the fact that your augment slots, your augment mods are actually used in the same exact slots. Now, I know that it's a different way and a different approach for how you look at it, but when I thought about utility purposes, a lot of the augment mods are basically how the move should have been in the first place, especially for a lot of frames. Especially for a lot of frames. And there's some augment mods that's just like, I don't know why it's an augment mod. You know what I'm saying? But you can look at it from 2 different perspectives. You guys know I always try to be in the middle with my perspective looks to how I think about things. Now, basically what I look at is you can be one of those people that's like, hey, it should stay the way it's at, or you should just get creative enough to come up with unique builds to how you can incorporate those augment mods. I understand that point as well. But at the same time, I do understand the fact that augment mods just shouldn't be included in the build. So what augment mods kind of remind me of is kind of like way back in the day. I know a lot of you guys won't understand, but for the people who do, let me know if you remember way back in the day, early Warframe vanilla, when you guys had to pick which ability you wanted to bring with you in a mission. That's kind of like what augment mods remind me of. Because back in the day, you guys had to pick the ability that you wanted to use. Like you see me using Frost. Like the thing is, you couldn't use all Frost abilities. You had to pick if you wanted a snow globe. You had to pick if you wanted an ice wave and carry that in a mission with you. Like it was crazy back then. Oh, those were dark times, people. Dark times. So the way how I'm looking at the augment mods is I feel like it could create some more diversity by actually giving you the spot, or make it to where you can put all augment mods in the Exilus slot so they don't have to put anything extra on the screen. And those are things that I'm talking about. And then the other thing is, this one's been bugging me, like you guys have seen that I've shown. Why isn't natural talent in the Exilus slot mod? Like it's not going to be game-changingly broken. I mean, it probably will definitely be one of the most used mods that I use in the Exilus slot next to freaking enemy sense or something. I'm not enemy sense. Yeah, enemy sense. I was gonna think enemy radar, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why it's not there when it has a counterpart of a dual stat mod that goes there that also gives you casting speed. So why not actually have natural talent there? It's just been a little bit weird to me. Like some things you look at and it's just not adding up. Like 5 plus 6 minus 7 plus 2 equals 19. You're looking at it like, wait, that's not right. Somebody do the math for me in the comment section. But yeah, that's the thing that I was looking at. But also, if we get augment mod, if we get to use the augment mods in a different slot that doesn't have to be on your core build, what you guys got to understand is that also contradicts what I said in the start of the video, to the point to where we get too powerful, because then that would also make us too powerful to the fact the enemies can't keep up, because then we get extra augment mods. But even though the augment mods should be used as utility, it just depends on the type of person you are to how you look at it. Now, one thing with me is that you guys know I ain't gonna get mad. I just want to hear you guys' feedback. You guys let me know what you think about these steps in the comment section, these thoughts, these ideas. And if you guys like the video, please give it a thumbs up at the end of the day. And remember to always take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And you listen to your own advice that you give people. But that's what it is, people. That's what I'm thinking about. The augment mods, is it time, especially with the Umbra mods? It's becoming rough, really, really rough to fit these things on builds, and I feel like the amount of forma that we're putting into things for the level of difficulty isn't quite paying off. Like equivalent exchange, I'm not really feeling it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't think that they need a challenge, but for all the guys out there that used to be like, you know, going in the semi-locker room and then just shooting a level 150 and be like, oh, I one shot a level 150, and that's the thing that you bragged about, yeah, you were looking for a challenge, buddy. You was just looking for a challenge. But the thing is, do you guys feel like it's time that we get an augment slot mod? Do you guys feel like it's a little bit too OP? What do you think? I'm here to spark the conversation that changes the world. Not really. I just wanted to be dramatic. But at the end of the day, remember, I love you guys. Take care. Like I said, we're going to keep these videos rolling. Thank you guys for the support. The support has been freaking insane. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, we got a lot of videos coming this month. Okay. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me hear your crazy thoughts in the comment section. And then also follow me over on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter, people. Follow me on Twitter. Oh, I asked Rebecca and Steve on Twitter. I tweeted them about the gear wheel. I did ask them about it probably just like an hour ago or so. But yeah, follow me on Twitter. Love you guys. Take care. Have an amazing day. And let me hear your thoughts. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up. Hold up. I had to run back to the mic. Listen, I don't want to take up much of you guys' time, but Steve and Rebecca have been posting a lot of Garuda like visuals and pics on Twitter. And, you know, they've been showing off the claw physics and everything about it, and it looks amazing. But what I want to ask you guys is, what do you think Garuda's fourth ability is going to be? And do you think Garuda's actually going to be utilizing those claws? And do you think that Garuda's kit actually stands up to what you actually wanted to see and expect from one of the hypest frames in history? Because this is one of the biggest updates. I had to be dramatic. All right, I'm out. Listen, I'm running back. I gotta go. I gotta check the mailbox.